Never should have come. I ain't nothing. Strike then. Reverse. You're down. Now,
What was that? Shut the fuck up. Let's see what you're made of.
anyone hurt? No? Just me? Blasted me.
What was that? You guys got me stirred up. Just make it quick. Very well then, my friend. The only good thing about these computers is that you can hack and smash them. The impregnable nature of this place is worth discussing. Maybe another time.
certainly look to be having fun in there. Is your throat not feeling a little scratchy? Ah, I see. You've got yourself a gas mask. Very innovative. Though I shouldn't be so surprised. It is you, after all. So this door stays closed. Seems I won't be answering those questions after all. Be seeing you. To be in there. You're quite the thorn in my paw, aren't you?
Socks. I'm dying for it here.
Scan. Welcome back, Agent. Scanning complete.
We're fighting now.
Going up.
Initiate the Piccadilly protocol.
Commencing scan. Welcome back, Agent.
Oh, you survived. Of course, that wouldn't have worked. I do apologize. You aren't the average adversary. Fate is inescapable, isn't it? I must admit, I didn't quite think that plan through. It seems our fates are somewhat aligned. I'll never be rid of you. And that's just something I'll have to come to terms with. You want answers. I know you do. And you will get them. Let it be known. When we meet at the Palace of Westminster, all will be revealed. But I'm afraid I'll have to leave you once again. In my stead, have London. Explore her. Get a feel for her. And most importantly, be kind to her. It's yours, if you're willing to pay the price.
there's a face I don't recognise. Welcome to Eastminster. Can I help you find anything? Toby's sort of our unofficial leader. If you have any problems, he's the one to talk to. It might be worth stopping by Frederick's farm to see if they need any new hands. Head down to Trafalgar Square. You'll find all sorts of shops and stalls. Until next time.
Bro, you lost. What are you doing round these parts?
Where do you think you're going? It doesn't matter what you say. If your name's not on my list, you're not getting through my gate. Damn right you are. Now get. We've already been through this. Where do you think you're going now? It doesn't matter. I will bet my last ticket that it's... Wait. You're not... Oh, yes, I do remember something about a last-minute name being added. My sincerest apologies. Right this way.
Come on, chop chop!
I'd avoid Piccadilly Street if I were you. A train derailed. From Islington of all places. Took the whole street with it.
You after some directions, mister? I'd be delighted to tell you everything about it for the very modest sum of a single ticket. It's a bargain if you ask me. You know what? I'll do you a favor because I like your style. But, don't go around and tell anyone, alright? It'd be bad for business. First of all, this is the Admiralty Arch. Same as it was back before the bombs fell, except for the blast gate, that is. First of all, this is the Admiralty Arch. Same as it was back before the bombs fell, except for the blast gate, that is. Back in the day, Admiralty Arch used to play an important role on ceremonial occasions, with processions such as royal weddings, funerals, coronations, and all that sort of thing. Now the only processions that take place are either food or just refugees trying to escape everything outside the walls. It's basically a glorified backdoor into Westminster. It's sad, really. Anyways, follow along. The next one is just up here.
It must be horrible to live in places without luxury. I do hope Father is proud of me.
Welcome, welcome! Oh, the grand old Duke of York. He had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. Duke of York column. The Duke is remembered in the children's nursery rhyme, The Grand Old Duke of York. Not the biggest item of interest here. But if you climb up those stairs where that column is, and if you follow the plaza all the way through, you'll eventually bump into the wall again where Piccadilly Circus with the Era statue is. Before you get excited, Piccadilly Circus ain't got no animals. It isn't that type of circus. It's a circus because it's circular. It's famous for its huge advertisement signs, different displays, and the Eris fountain located in the middle of it. Piccadilly Circus offers a variety of cinemas, theaters, shops, and restaurants, including famous traditional English pubs. Everything you need and more. On from that is the big scrapyard. That bit isn't as glamorous though, but hey, the shit's gotta go somewhere, am I right? Right, next stop is just over the road. Come on!
Maybe I'll visit outside the walls sometime. See how the other half live.
See that flat area? That's Horse Guards Parade. It's a large parade ground off Whitehall. It is the size of the old ceremonies of Trooping the Colour, which commemorated the monarch's official birthday. Huh, lucky Cal used to get 2 of them. Imagine! Double the presents! Now, if you follow Horse Guard Road at the edge of it here and then left to Downing Street, and you'll find the government at number 10. Still the same cesspool it's always been. Lots to say, but nothing happens. Facta non verba, am I right? Okay, so sorry if I point a lot, but it's quite a trek and I've got little legs. But yeah, if you go all the way down instead and then down Great George Street on the left, that's where Westminster Palace is. That's where all the important decisions are made, but the guards never let anyone in. Guess it's good for telling the time, but not much else. Last one is coming up! Tally-ho! Welcome, welcome! Oh, the grand old Duke of York. He had 10,000 men. Duke of York column. The Duke. But if you climb, you'll eventually bump into the wall again where Piccadilly Circus. To the left here is St. James's Park. Technically the oldest royal park at the heart of ceremonial London. Needs a trim, has fishes in the lake, and lots of peacocks for some reason. Enough said. Now, down there is the most humbling mystery of London. Buckingham Palace. God save the Queen. Is she in? Is she dead? Nobody knows. Don't try knocking on the door, though. The royal guards don't like it. And don't fuck about on the fence, neither. But yeah, past that to the right is Green Park, where most of our crops come from. And then the Marble Arch, and then Hyde Park. Hyde Park tends to be where the gentry hold events when they get tired of twiddling their thumbs. It's got some fancy Camelot jousting event going at the moment. And that's all I got, mister. Totally optional, but if you fancy giving me a tip, please do. Whoa! Thank you so much! You've made my entire year! Thank you! I'm going to scuttle back to the main gate. Thanks for listening, though.
Maybe I'll visit outside the walls sometime. See how the other half live. Oh dear. Another poor commoner come begging for table scraps. Oh, don't act like you don't know. There's two types of people in Westminster. Those who were born here, and those that weren't. You are the latter, and it shows. No, I don't want money. Oh, just scram, will you? I don't know, ask around. Make connections, be resourceful. Actually, come to think of it, I think Margaret Tenpenny's widower was looking for some help. You'll find him on Bridge Street. I am Alden Shawcross of the Shawcross lineage. I'm sure you've heard of us. Now, leave me be. Good. Hard work pays off. You may never reach my status, but perhaps your grandchildren will.
Life at the top is immensely satisfying.
Stop running around here. Don't mind me. A little too close for comfort, mate. Please maintain order and carry on. Questions will be answered at a much later time and date. There will be a press release for all gentry. You ain't one of them rich toffs, are you? Look, I don't know much, but I'm happy to help out anyone with two ungilded brain cells to rub together. Feel free to have a gander. Never heard that name before. Officially, no one's been blamed, but I'm sure some powdered wig's gonna point a finger somewhere eventually. Oddly enough, not a soul on the train. When it cracked through the concrete, a few gentry caught the express to the pearly gates, though. Name a reason. This train came from Islington. Do you know the last time a train came from there? I don't. It's been decades since something ran that track, which is why it was all cracked and busted. The train hit an upturned time and launched itself topside. Then boom! The whole thing exploded into a fiery mess behind me. The gentry, this century, if we're lucky, you could wrap the world in the gentry's red tape. You'd think they would need this railway. Well, they do, and they don't. Since it's inside their walls, they'll fix it, even if it's just to avoid the eyesore. But they don't need it. That track was abandoned, and this lot's got a fully working train line right beneath Westminster. Even you could probably catch a ride.
It must be horrible to live in places without luxury.
What's your poison? Enjoy!
chill about in the air.
Father's proud of me.
The election's soon, and Betty Prescott's all.
People have a
hurry?
negative attitude. That's what's stopping them.
Stay safe, civilian. These are dark times.
Murder a couple of rows of that man.
These parts. If you're looking for a place to stay, try the 2 Westminster chairs.
see that big explosion over in Westminster? They say that an underground train burst through the floor.
That smell? Oh, it's you.
Feel that daytime breeze.
I'm in touch with humanity.
I live in fear knowing you people will reproduce.
Nice piece you got there. Just keep it all sit.
If I see one more up-and-comer peasant, I'll go mad.
No, I don't have any spare tickets on me.
Halt! Citizen! Where do you think you're going? We don't allow just any rabble in there. Who do you think you are? You must be joking. The palace is where Parliament meets. Now what's your business here? You want loyal subject of the realm, to give up information like that. How dare you? Dirt like that doesn't come cheap, you know. Fine. I'll tell you what I know. Just promise to keep your mouth shut. Someone called Smythe has been putting a lot of pressure on Parliament. They want to round up the Cavaliers and Roundheads against the wall, clean the streets, reclaim the city for the good folk, and so forth. It seems like they hold a lot of power around here, but they've gone completely under the radar. The fact you know their name means you know more than most people. I honestly have no idea, but apparently they've been around for a very long time. There's an old law you might be able to make use of. The Parliament Representation Act 2177. They have to let you in if a representative from each tithe-paying London borough signs your petition. These days that would be Camden, Hackney, Lambeth, and Islington. That'll be a tricky one. Eastminster gets out on a technicality. They pay the tithe, but the law in question doesn't consider them a borough. The rest is simple. For one reason or another, they don't pay the tithe. You'd think the syndicate in the Tower Hamlets would, but they have their own arrangement. How am I supposed to know? Go there and ask them. That's because it is. Never told you it would be easy. Your determination is impressive. This is off the record, but if you aren't able to get any of the signatures, I know a guy who might be able to help. His name's Clifford. Sits in the cafe on Bridge Street most days, but he doesn't come cheap. Now if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to my duties.
Maybe I'll visit outside the walls sometime. See how the other half live.
Not to interrupt. Can't avoid the direct. Can't avoid this fight. Let us fight them on the beaches. And just when things were feeling fine, Wish I could meet the Queen.
Hey, I'm standing here, mate. Bit of respect, yeah? You alright, mate?
Need a haircut? If you need me, you know.
Can't wait for today to be over. Knackered.
You down to trade?
I think all of this noise made
Farewell.
one of my eardrums pop.
Haven't seen you before. Welcome to Camden, love. Can I help you with something? I'm pretty busy, so make it quick if you can. Well, I'm not sure how much time you've spent in Westminster, but the gentry are a bunch of wankers. That's putting it lightly, of course. We pay our tithe. We have it better than most boroughs. We don't depend on them, and they stay out of our affairs. Usually. Listen, the Pistols try not to get involved in broader city politics. But let's just say we have friends in Camelot, and that we see the Fifth for who they are. I'm not going to put my name to any old sod's cause. If you were a member of the Pistols, it would be a different story. Well, I can't blame you for that. Stick around. I'll have my people keep an eye on you. You just got here. Talk to people. Ask questions. Let's make sure you really want to join the Pistols first. Before you go, maybe you can help with something. The pistols are anything but weak. Our security forces may not be as large as others, but they're well trained and well equipped. Unfortunately, most of them are currently dealing with an influx of commuters in Camden Town Station. Meanwhile, a group of hooligans made it past our defences and have taken up residence in the Camden School courtyard. The council was hoping to renovate the place, get some classes going for our young citizens. There's a fat chance of that happening now with them in the way. If you could find a way to take care of the hooligan situation, I might be willing to chat Pistols membership. I actually tried to speak with them myself, but they didn't seem like a very chatty bunch.
I would suggest using weapons.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
First pint on my lips already. You alright, mate? Oi, mate, watch where you're going. Come on.
Someone there?
Let
me show you just
Yeah!
Taste this!
Right into the lion's steak, myself.
Covering for
Right, yes, you will.
blasted!
Anyone ever let this sight of them out dead? This game From this, you're done.
I know.
Ha! What a coward.
You picked the wrong fight.
Think you can hide?
How much you got left in you?
We're fighting now.
Where'd that fuck? Well, look.
Modest. I like that. So, Pistols membership. Are you interested? Splendid. Each potential member is required to obtain sponsorship from 3 members of the council. To start, I'd like you to speak to Palmyra Romero and Captain Reasonable. They've both been having issues. Maybe you can help them? Palmyra works in hydroponics. The captain should be around Camden Town Station. It's best to let them explain. It's as much for you as it is for us. Think of this as a trial run. You don't need to agree with all of us, ideologically, on everything. Blimey, that would be impossible. However, there are some fundamentals we do need to agree on. We need to see that you're committed to our broader goal, forging a new, just and equal society for all. We need to be sure you're not just here to check something off a list, or for a discount on goods. Then I'm sure we'll speak again soon.
Wait for the day to be over. Knackered. Don't get to look like me without wanting a few pounds, a few organs, a few nerves, a few everything. I don't really understand the whole catalog thing. I know it's a thing of the past.
I'm very busy. Make it quick. Listen, I'm sure you're perfectly nice, and I'm sure you'd make a great addition to the Pistols. But I'm kind of in the middle of a crisis at the moment. I don't have time for this. What? Well, what's your stance on murder? I was joking. I don't actually want you to murder anyone. Alright, fine. You say you want to help. It would be a miracle, but if you can convince polyester to stop fucking throttling hydroponics water supply, I'll happily endorse you. Hell if I know. She's locked the doors to the plant. She keeps saying over the intercom that everything is under control. I don't want to alarm Alice, but if we don't get more water here soon, things in Camden won't be pretty. I'd love to tell you all about myself, but now's not the best time, mate. Maybe later? Right.
Yeah, I was
skeptical at first, but the polycule might be the way to go. We see if we can get on better with it, as we see with the child.
Everything's under control. Not to worry. Fine. You can come in, but no one else.
Ah, it's you. The one from outside. I take it you'd spoken to Palmyra. Of course she did. Because there's nothing more important than hydroponics, is there? You can tell Palmyra that we're working on it, and things should be back to normal shortly. I hope. Oh, it was tragic. Bit by a fox, and then bit by a dog that was chasing the fox. And then on the way to the doctor, poor old Mr. Grey fell into the Camden lock and drowned. Before his passing, Mr. Grey owned a small pump of his own. He sold water at the market, mostly to non-members. They depended on him. Alice doesn't know this, but we're now providing water to everyone in Camden. Pistols and non-members. Most of it's coming from our reserve, which is almost depleted. This isn't sustainable at all, even with reconfigured filters. But one thing at a time. Filters first, then we'll figure out everything else. You didn't strike me as an engineer, but all right, have a look. My God, you actually did it. I can't tell you how thankful I am. Here, take this. It still doesn't solve the problem of the non-members, though. Mr. Grey used to provide drinking water to the non-members in Camden, but he's dead now. It doesn't matter how many times we reconfigure our filters. The fact is, we don't have the equipment needed to provide water for everyone in Camden and to hydroponics. I'm not sure. Mr. Grey had a son, Jesse. He's locked himself away in their home and won't come out or speak to anyone. I've been meaning to go back again and check on the boy, but then everything went tits up around here. I haven't had a chance. Would you mind stopping by Mr. Grey's house and speaking to his son, Jesse? If he'll speak to you, maybe you could ask if he'd be willing to donate his father's purifier to the pistols. What? Because they're people. True, but they're still humans. They're our neighbors. You have a point. It's hard to say where to draw the line. An extra purifier would only go so far. If people found out and rushed to Camden, we'd be in the same position we're in now. Possibly even a worse position. What do you think I should do? Thank you.
Fiesta can eat my ass. Don't want to talk to anyone. Thanks. He was great. And now it's my fault he's gone. I thought it'd be cool to have a pet fox. I'm such a moron. You don't know anything. You want that. You don't know me, and you didn't know my dad. You liked them enough. Not enough to join up with them. He said they were too focused on themselves. That they couldn't see the bigger picture. He said we were better off on our own. Go on then. Because the pistols sure as hell won't go into. He always said they only care about their own. The purifier is mine, by the way, if that's why you're here, and I'm guessing it is. Maybe one day I'll sell Walter at the market like my dad did. But for right now, I need to focus on my studies and make sure I've got clean Walter myself. Yeah, right. I don't understand why the pistols won't just provide Walter to everyone who lives in Camden. But it's mine. Why should I give it to them? And how do I know that's the truth? Alright. Yeah. Let the pistols know the purifier is theirs.
Looking for good deals? Farewell.
Did he speak to Jesse? Excellent. I'll have my people head over there shortly. Hopefully, the population in Camden stays stable. Otherwise, we'll have to figure something else out, won't we? No matter. We'll cross that bridge when we cross it. Thank you for your help. I'll stop throttling hydroponics. Take this. And let poor Mira know she can stop banging on my door. Was there anything else? Yes. It was no secret that Mr. Grey wasn't a big fan of us. Or so he said, at least. But he never left Camden, did he? I always liked Mr. Grey. And truth be told, I could understand some of the points he made. No one claims the pistols have got everything figured out. We're trying our best, though. I think that matters. The truth is, things went to shit long before the bombs fell. We have a chance now to do it different. We can rebuild the world better than it was. More just. More equal. Not the whole world, obviously, but our little world. Here in Camden. What do you mean? He can stay in Camden, of course. He can continue going to school. Education here is free to anyone who wants it. Go ahead. Cheers.
talk to Polly? Oh, thank Walden. And thank you. I don't know what you did, but you just saved us from disaster. Camden hasn't been without food in over 100 years. My ancestors made sure of that. I couldn't let the hydroponics fail on my watch. Please accept this gift, and know that you have my full and unconditional sponsorship. If there's anything else I can do for you, please don't hesitate to ask. Yes, they ended up in London after the bombs and found refuge in Camden. Others weren't as friendly, but luckily the Pistols welcomed them with open arms. It was lucky for the Pistols too. You see, the Pistols didn't know this at the time, but my ancestors brought with them agricultural knowledge. Books written in the ancient text described how to farm using hydroponics. None of us can read that language today, but my grandfather could. He taught me everything I know. Yes, manager of the Scavengers. She's another member of the council. If it were up to her, we'd be at war with the gentry right now. Alice is one of my best mates. Despite what Ariel Rotten has been going on about recently, I think Alice is doing a splendid job. Go ahead. You mean like the Fifth Column and Camelot? To be honest, I couldn't care less about them. I don't care about anything outside this building, really. The importance of the work we do here cannot be understated. I'd rather focus on issues in Camden. Let the others fight amongst themselves. Go ahead. It'll be good to have you with us.
I had an absolute skinful last night. That bog cistern gin. It's tastier than you imagine, but that taste is a trap. Second-degree chemical.
Nice to meet you. I'm Raymond, though most around here call me Captain. Straight to business, fantastic. It's actually pretty simple. There's a cache of guns in a police station in Lewisham. Need you to hop over there and fetch them for me. Sound doable? Or even throw in a monkey to make it worth your while. Game? I'll even sign you an endorsement. Fire away, if you'll excuse the pun. That's the tragedy of it. They're ours. In fact, we've already paid for them several times, at considerable expense, I might add. I don't like to be rude about people, but the previous council leader, Malcolm Rhodes, was a reprehensible scumbag. Oh, he was. Malcolm was playing a little game, you see. He told the council he needed a discretionary budget for sundry expenses. Off the record, he'd tell us it was to sidestep the Gentry blockade. He was insistent we use non-local arms dealers, which honestly sounded reasonable given the Gentry supply cap. The problem was, every time we bought a shipment from the black market, they'd fail in the field. As you can imagine, a lot of fights about failure to inspect the weapons. It got pretty hairy. A few scars in the group from that period. But there was Malcolm in the middle, breaking it up, playing peacemaker. I even thanked him. What would we do without you? The slippery fucker. If you told me, I'd never have believed you. I had to see it with my own eyes. The snake was playing free card Monty. Turns out he was getting Mark Gormley, our former chief of security, to sneak them out of the armory, selling them to whoever wanted them. Not only was he embezzling money from the locals, he was actively arming our rivals to enrich himself. Can you imagine? Paying to be murdered by your own government. Unfortunately, it is. Nobody serious. Some rabble. Should be a doddle for someone of your talents. The station wasn't occupied, originally. We used to use it for drop-offs. Relatively defensible, easy to rig with traps, lots of cover. The last drop didn't go well. Long story short, the guns are in pristine condition, but locked in the chief's office.
Situation.
How can I help you? It's actually pretty simple. Or even throw in a monk. Legend.
Oh, you! Got a wager for you. Just wow, mate. Wow. Right then, funny cunt. 1,000 tickets says you can't do this. Simple premise. You take this sack to the top of that tower. If you survive, you keep all the ticks in the footlocker up there. If you don't, well then, it's quite obvious that I win. You game? Now, have you got the foggiest idea what's going on in here, or what? Fat nose. Just the heaviest shit around here that I could find. Basically useless junk. Just head straight down this road until you reach the other side of that tower. You can't miss it. Just go up, plonk it down, voila. It's about half a mile away. It's pretty heavy, so you'll need to carry it with care. All makes sense? Basically. See? Now that's the spirit. Now, do you understand the bleeding rules, or don't you? You make your way there and get the sack to the other side of that tower. If you survive, you win. If you don't, I win. Now, if you backtrack and don't immediately do it, I'll kill you. If you bend the rules, or I think you're bending the rules, I'll kill you. If you forget where you're going, I'll kill you. In fact, you're gonna have to work very hard to stay alive, mate. You have about 30 seconds to pick it up and get moving before I start shooting. Don't worry, as soon as you start proper, I'll give you some leeway to get out of my fucking sight. Seconds to pick it up and get moving before I start shooting. Don't worry, as soon as you stop.
This is going to be fun.
Fight. I hope I'm wrong, but I believe you're being watched. Surely regret real.
I know you're here. I'll find you.
Pin him down. The only good thing about computers is that you can hack and smash systems. Huh? It's on.
Maybe. Take this as a chance to escape.
Think you can hide? Shit. I'm losing people.
Thought you could hide.
Fighting now.
The fuck was that? Trying to sneak up. Bother. Let me get my pistol. I do believe a fish.
How's it going? Excellent. Great work. Here's your signed endorsement, as promised. The people of Camden owe you a debt. Actually, come to think of it, now we have these, I suppose I can spare this. As good as it is, truth be told, I'd rather be shot of it. Gift from Malcolm, you see. Once again, thanks. And don't be a stranger. Thanks again for helping me out with those guns.
Testament. It may be the fastest anyone has ever secured 2 sponsors. If I wasn't impressed already, I am now. The third person I'd like you to speak to is John Strutter. John is... he's had a rough go, but if you ask me, he belongs in Camden as much as any of us do. Not like Palmyra or the captain, but yes. I'll let him explain. And I'll be here.
I can taste the first pint on my lips already. Can't believe we've got another meeting tonight. It's interminable with this shit. Not now, it's too early, and I'm too hungover to talk about theory with you. Yeah, I was sceptical at first, but polycule might be the way to go. We seem to get on better the less we see of each other.
So you're determined to bother me. What do you want? Fine, you can come in, but brace yourself. So, what exactly did Alice say to you? Those are part of an important investigation. Very astute. The Camden Council records. Minutes, invoices, all kinds of stuff, really. I'm building a legal case to have my name cleared. But as you can see, there's a considerable amount of research to be done. That's where I need help. Though I'm warning you, it won't be easy. It's very rare for people to be kind in this world. It's appreciated. I need you to go find Malcolm Rhodes. He's the former leader of Camden Council. I've written this statement on his behalf. It states that he falsified my signature on several occasions for the express purpose of embezzling money from Camden Council. Now, I doubt he'll be willing to sign that document. He seems to be sticking to his story that I am the guilty party. There is overwhelming evidence that he's lying, but as you can see, it is, not not easy to find. I need something that I can cross-reference my files with. A diary, a calendar, that kind of thing. If you can get this statement signed, or anything that helps me cut through the noise, I'll happily sign that endorsement on your behalf. What do you need to know? Malcolm Rhodes was the head of the council. Someone I knew for years and respected immeasurably. Up until this all came out, I considered him amongst my closest friends. It became apparent he was a fraud, a liar and a thief. Someone who saw the desperate situation in Camden and prioritized enriching himself. If that weren't enough, he chose to implicate me in nearly all his schemes. He's a duplicitous bastard, and he's ruined my life. No, I'm just suspended from working on anything associated with the council, and all political activity pending investigation. I understand my political career is over, that's fine. But I'm innocent, and my experience could be a benefit to the community. If I can clear my name, I could be useful again, instead of sitting here interminably combing through the past. I would never advocate the use of force, theft, or any vigilantism in the pursuit of justice. Having said that, unfortunately, I do not envision a situation where you will volunteer to help you. How? If you know the exact relevant documents to check, I'd encourage you to point them out. What? Are you serious? Fine, I'll indulge you. But for the record, this is idiotic. Okay, these, let's see, 3 boxes. First page, committee meeting. So let's take a look and obviously find nothing, of the ordinary. Well, I have to say, this here is actually quite peculiar. Let me check against, this here. Will you look at that? My signatures on these documents are completely identical. Photocopied, not ink. In fact, everyone's apart from Malcolm's. I don't know how, but I think you may have cracked this. Oh, I can't thank you enough. I'll happily sign this endorsement on your behalf. Good to see you again. Sorry I can't stop to talk. Council have got me running around like a blue-arsed fly. Let's catch up soon.
I had an absolute skinful last night. That Bog System gin is tastier than I imagined.
John. Did you really? That's wonderful. It's been ages since John agreed to sponsor anyone. How'd you manage it? What a relief. I've always maintained that he was innocent in the whole ordeal. I take it that means he's staying in Camden then? I can't tell you how happy that makes me. Well, congratulations are in order. It is my honor to formally welcome you to the Pistols. Here are the keys to your flat. You should find it fully furnished. If you need anything at all, it can be found at the Camden Market. Yeah. Didn't you know? The Pistols provide housing to all members. Yours is a nice one. I lived there myself for a period. It's up to you to find ways to make yourself useful in Camden. Don't be a stranger. go, love?
Knackered.
And what petition is that? A fan? Oh, can't say I've ever had a fan before. I'm flattered. Of course, you can have my autograph.
Apache